Everyone's nervous going into a new fellowship in a new hospital.
Everything about it ended up being something better than what I was expecting in really the most wonderful ways.
Felt everyone was very supportive. They valued me as a person and for who I was.
The way that people take care of each other, the concern they have for one another.
There's just a lot of experience that people are bringing to the mix.
Physicians, nurse practitioners, chaplains, social workers. We have an anesthesiologist, a board-certified emergency medicine physician, and we also have a pediatrician.
It really helps give you a wide breadth of perspective on palliative care.
Fellows I've worked with in the past, they realize that part of this process is them figuring out their own style.
The small size of the fellowship program really allows us to individualize the education to each fellow.
You do 6 months of the year at Maine Med, which is an academic medical center, really, sick and complex patients, people who are on VADs, who are on ECMO.
Our fellows spend 6 months at the VA, and that's a really great kind of bread and butter palliative medicine experience where they get to see patients from the time of diagnosis through all of the different settings of care.
So you go from meeting a patient in the hospital to having them in clinic to seeing them in the hospice unit. I was visiting patients at home, and I think that there aren't a lot of places where you have such good continuity.
Our fellows are seeing patients pretty much every day, either new consults or follow-up.
There's a lot of symptom management, so you get very comfortable with managing, opioid drips and methadone, and really caring for the patient and their families who are going through this really tough time.
Every fellow gets involved in a research project through their time here.
I was really able to get what I was interested in and complete a small research project in the year and present it at the national conference the next year.
I think that is consistently what we hear is one of the highlights of the program.
Learning so much within the realms of palliative medicine, but also just how to communicate with people.
I learned to listen more. I learned how to use less medical talk and simplify things.
How do you really put yourself in someone else's shoes who's going through a traumatic experience, but also still be a person and have your day-to-day life and not carry the weight of that home all the time.
My interest is in helping them to not only learn the craft and the tools of good palliative care, but also helping them to develop in ways that they can do this work for the long haul.
My fellowship started July of last year, and I'm extending it a little bit because I was on maternity leave.
We stayed because we love it here. Maine's a great place to live.
I stayed. I love Maine. Maine's so much better.
I'm definitely biased. I was raised here. It's the perfect size city. You have access to amazing food, breweries.
Being able to take my dog into the woods every day is huge, especially with the intensity of palliative care and sort of the emotions that go into it.
I am a lifelong Mainer, and I think Maine is pretty much just the best place to be.
We're hoping to find fellows that really want to be a part of our team and see the taking care of the whole patient as being, something that's incredibly rewarding, which is what we all think.
I want to work in a place where my colleagues really care about me, and I think that's what I've felt being at Maine Med.
You're part of this team. May not be for a long time, but while you're here, you are. You're part of this. And we support each other.